positively brilliant.
Yep, Charlamagne the God.
Like basic shit.
Yeah. What up? What up? We are back. It's your boy C Diddy.
Matt.
We have a podcast, apparently.
Barely.
We haven't recorded one in such a long time.
Barely.
And I forgot what it's like to be here.
It is weird.
Walked in the studio, I'm like, oh shit, it is blue in here.
Yo.
Like that sort of thing. Like, I haven't been here for a while. Our sign was turned around and everything.
I forgot we had a sign.
We got the little carrier bag. We
Yo.
have a whole elaborate setup with the sign, man.
It's been a while since I seen that Fiji and that Ascension come in that bag.
Almost didn't make it here today, man. I'm fucking tired. Man, I laid down and I took a phone call and I looked up. It was 5:22. I told myself I was getting up at 5:30. I was like, I just need 5 more minutes.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Just need 5 more minutes, man. And it was a pointless ass conversation. On top of that, like I thought it was about to be like some groundbreaking shit. Like, yo, I'm about to have this new situation. Be making some money, $1,000 every Saturday, whatever. It was a pointless conversation.
Oh, okay. My life is all about.
I wasted 32. I wasted 32 minutes.
When people get on the bus and they're like, "Good evening, sir." Go ahead. Like we ain't even got like.
Let's not.
Why are you saying good evening? To
Let's
me?
not.
Like let's just go ahead. Like you ain't even gotta do all that, fam. I'm gonna hit the 6 and go sit down. Yeah, but why haven't we been here?
All right, so it's been about 3 weeks.
Has it?
Yes, at least. It might be more.
Let's today?
September 29th. Today is the 22nd.
Yeah,
it's been over 3 weeks.
Damn.
So let's recap what happened in the last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Chad's been on a zillion vacations.
Right.
Chad went to Atlanta. Chad went somewhere else that will not be disclosed.
Right.
Chad went to New York. Chad's back. Matt had a birthday.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't give me a shout out on Instagram for my birthday. I felt some type of way about that.
You're not on Instagram.
That's besides the point. I asked one of my clandestine informants. I'm like, yo, did Chad give me a shout out on IG? He was like, let me look. Hell no, ain't give you.
No,
like,
you don't have Instagram.
remember Street Fighter? Has the UN deposited $20 billion in my account? Hell no. I was like, all right, what the fuck? But yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Matt had a birthday.
I did. I enjoyed my birthday too.
Matt was hopping around. I don't know if he wants me to disclose his locations or where he went.
Yeah, I mean, I was around.
Matt was around.
I was playing Tiger Woods. Ran somewhere else. It was cool. I enjoyed myself, man.
I was having the time of my life. I had so much fun in Atlanta. Out of everywhere I've been this year, I've been to Houston, I've been to Vegas, I've been to Miami, I've been to another undisclosed location, I've been to New York, I've been to D.C., and I've been to Atlanta. I had Vegas was number one. Atlanta was second. I have stories from Vegas I can't tell, but Atlanta, I was having so much fun Thursday and Friday. I was like, yo, we should just leave. Like, we're having too much fun, and we're going to ball till we fall, and we're going to crap out tonight. And sure enough, Saturday night, we fucking crapped out. Like, Thursday and Friday was such a high, and then we went out Saturday night. Like, we was listening to, like, our tour guides, our Atlanta shouties, our homeboys from down there, and they was just like, yeah, no, we should go to SL Lounge. And I'm like, yo, there's no promo for SL Lounge. Like, Ruggs is in Miami, like, for the BET Awards. Like, this is going to end badly. It was like 48 people in there. I was like, yo, I knew it. My man was so upset. My man, Black Poppy was so upset. He was like, man, we should just leave. Like, we was ready to leave and go to another club. And he was like, yeah, they all sold out and had no tables over there. We just had to stick it out. We wasn't all tucked in bed till like at 2:50 on a Saturday night. It was like, yeah, I'm changing this flight. I'm going home tomorrow. And that's what the fuck I did. I went to the hotel. I changed my flight from 5:30 to 1 o'clock and got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I mean, gotta enjoy life. I didn't think we were going to take so much time off. But
I mean, after a while, here's the thing. I'll just be brutally honest. Like,
uh-oh.
There's only but so many times we're going to come here and do the same dog and pony show about Trump, the NFL, and whatever before, like, I personally don't give a fuck about it anymore.
I'm not going to lie. The whole topic has become redundant.
It's like I purposely, in our rundown today, excluded, like, a Donald Trump topic. Like, I'm just over it. Like, let's not.
Yeah.
Like, you got beef with everybody.
It's like I said it the other day to one of my homies. I'm like, yo, it's just me, or is it like it's almost like it's being done now for the sake of hot takes.
Yes.
And the banter back and forth on social media, because it just doesn't make sense at this point. Why y'all?
Why wouldn't you lay low a little bit?
Like, yeah,
a little bit. Like, you know
yeah,
what?
I ain't gonna. I feel exactly how
I'm gonna
you
take
will.
the week off. Like, I'm gonna chill this week.
Like, nah, every 2 days.
Like, how do you keep this? Like, how does he? It's impressive how he's able to keep the pace up of the fuck shit.
Real quick, I don't even want to get into
Just a blurb. Just like
this was his tweet from today. I couldn't. I laughed so hard. 26,000 unreported sexual assaults in the military. Only 238 convictions. What did these geniuses expect when they put men and women together? Nigga, what?
You're the president.
What?
On top of you being the president, you're the commander-in-chief.
Bruh.
You're the de facto
Bruh.
head of the army.
Like, what?
In the armed forces.
Like,
what
no.
did they think would happen when they put... What did... 26,000 cats, 238 dogs. What did they think would happen when they put cats and dogs together?
It's going to be a slaughter.
It's going to be...
Fucking bloodbath.
Yeah,
I can't read that.
That's from 2013.
Regardless. Gives a fuck.
This is who we elected president.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't vote for him.
Yeah, no.
I voted for Hillary by default. Looking back, can we just all agree like Bernie Sanders was the candidate? Can we at least do that? Because the
Democratic Party fucked that
They
up.
shit the bed badly. Like Hillary shit the bed so badly that she wrote a book about how this happened, and it's like the best-selling book in like 15 years.
Yeah.
Because we're all curious, like, how the fuck did this happen? Like, everybody wants to know, like, yo, sis, like, what was going on at the time? Like, you was having, like, you know what I'm saying, Bill told you no more dick. Like, what was going on here that you was, like, distracted from, like, becoming president? Like, you just, like, you missed key shit, like, over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying?
It's a mess. And I'm sick of the whole shit with the NFL. I just literally got over it. Like, I'm cool. It is what it is.
They did such a good job of the spin cycle of turning it into something else to where it's like, you know
it
what?
It becomes annoying.
I give up.
Yeah, like.
You win. Okay? You fucking win, guys.
I don't want to discuss it. I don't want to talk. Like, I don't, like, people come up. So how do you feel? Look, leave me the fuck alone.
I watched, I think, 2 NFL games this season. A Cowboys game and an Eagles versus Chiefs game.
Me being a Cowboys fan, you see where I'm at now. It's so difficult to get away from it. I cannot watch all the rest of the shit, but it's just hard to not watch a Cowboys game. So I'm in a tough spot. Basketball is back though, and I'm very ecstatic.
I'm super happy about that. Before we get into that,
we got other shit. We'll talk about.
Before we get into that, the point of today's show with us coming back was because we took so much time off to give a voice to the listeners, the hundreds and hundreds of listeners who bombard us on social media and our text messages and our DMs. I don't think so, Justin. I don't think nobody's calling. That call us and say, where's the show? This and this. I think this. You should say this. Da-da-da. What about this? To give a voice to those people.
Yeah.
Literally, 2 people have taken
the
initiative to get their shit off, and they don't even want to call. They just want us to talk shit for them.
What's crazy is one of my homegirls the other day, she hit me and she was like, what the fuck is going on with this? Like everybody has been hitting me. Yo, what's up with the show? And I'm just like, I'm chilling. Like, yo, y'all good? What y'all beefing? No, I'm chilling.
We talk every day.
Every goddamn day. I'm like, I'm here. He's there. Now I'm here.
Yeah.
No, I was there first. Right. And then you showed up later, but I went somewhere else. And it's just like, we've been doing a lot of different stuff. We're going to get back in the studio eventually. And I'm like, we're trying to, like, open it up, like, open the forum up. Let people, we want motherfuckers to call up and talk to us. And she like, I don't think it's going to work because she's like, people just like listening to y'all.
Apparently.
And I feel like that's the. Like,
we found that out this week. Low participation rates.
You'd be surprised at how people, like, I had to get over that. A lot of people don't like hearing their own voice. Like, they don't want to be the top. They don't want to be the focal point.
Yeah.
That's difficult for some people. You know what the number 1 fear is?
Public speaking.
Public speaking. You know what the number 2 fear is?
Being naked in public.
Death.
Oh, shit.
Which means if people go to a funeral, They'd rather be in the casket than
They've
talking.
been giving the eulogy.
Shit is real. Like, that's the number one fear for people is public speaking, not dying. So, it's one of those things.
Yeah, I got over that shit in like 4th grade.
Yeah, I always like talking, so I don't know. Probably younger than that for me. You know what I saw today and how, I know society's going to shit? Teacher took a phone from a 4th grader in Pittsburgh. The 4th grader bit her. So, as if that's not already fucking drawing enough.
Oh, there's more.
There's more. She calls the mom. The mom, like, well, why the fuck you take
Take
the
the
cell
phone,
phone
right.
from my daughter? I'm coming up there, bitch. The mom shows up with the dad and one of his homies. The mom, they get the mom out of school. The mom, like, I'm going to get you. You know what I'm saying? For taking the phone or whatever. The mom chases the fucking teacher. Like, not chases her, but follows her in traffic. Catches up to her at a red light, at a random intersection. Throws a brick through her window.
Oh, shit.
Busts her face all up. The teacher gets out the car, like, I guess just out of fucking, I don't know why she wouldn't pull off.
Yeah.
But she gets out of the car, like, I guess just dazed, confused. And the dad and the homie come up from behind, and they start rolling on her. The 2 men and the woman roll on her. And I'm watching this shit, I'm just like, we going to shit. Like, society is in a toilet. Like,
Are
how,
these black people?
Of course. I'm like, how you don't show up and it's a no cell phone policy for the kids in the
Why does a
school.
4th grader need a cell phone?
Why does a 4th grader have a cell phone? Remember in our day, your teacher would take your Discman or your tape player.
Yeah.
That was big enough. And I remember teacher would take your
Or your
joint.
crossword puzzles? or
You
some
get
shit?
it back at the end of the class or
Yeah.
end of the day, or if it would get to a certain extent, your mama had to come up there and get your
Yeah.
CD player. But when your mom had
She
to come
going to
get
desk.
it, you're in the desk or in the closet, or in the joint with the lock on it. When your mom do get that back, you ain't even getting it because you on timeout from the. It ain't like that no more.
Why you listening to Candyman in class, nigga?
Yeah.
Why you listening to MC Brain's Oochie Coochie in class?
Confessions of Fire, nigga, really supposed to be in math class. Real shit, but it's like, yo, the mom show up. You don't get at your daughter. You get at the teacher. Mind you, the daughter done bit the teacher. We ain't even discussing that. Nah, you hit the teacher in the face with a brick. The teacher mom was on the news like, she's like, my daughter's in the hospital right now, face all battered up, busted up. She gotta have a CAT scan because they want to make sure nothing wrong with the brain. She like out of all of that, I feel bad for the daughter because
you gotta go live with these crazy motherfuckers.
like they teaching you this and you 9. So it's just like, yeah, and that's really what these motherfuckers be. But that's why I was telling you before we started recording. Driving through the city, yo, when you get to these little blocks, it's like, yo, it's almost like hopeless.
The back blocks in Philly, mad hopeless.
I
was on a side block, not even a back block. I was on a side block the other day.
As hopeless as Lehigh look, Oakdale look way crazier. Like, real talk.
Yeah, I was on a side block in West Philly the other day, and I was just like, I'm gonna die if I stay out here too long.
I gotta get out of here.
Gotta go.
Gotta get out of
Like,
here.
it's no 2 ways about it. I gotta go.
Man, I saw that shit, and I'm just like, that's part of where society is at right now. Like, it's almost hopeless because it's no governing. There's no one stopping the kids from acting like animals. When the parents show up, like, remember the guy, I can't even think of his name, Muslim brother, stopped the young boys from fighting.
Yeah. In Atlantic City, he won
And
they gave him the key to the city and all that.
Gave him the key to the city, all that, and that's a dope situation. And people are like, why don't more people do that? And it's like, he was in a lucky spot where these kids was willing to listen, and their parents was willing for them to listen to him.
And he could have got rolled.
He could have got his ass whooped, and then had to fight the parents when they showed the fuck up. And that's the issue. Like, no, Carl say it all the time, yo, accountability. And it's like, I see shit like that, and like you said, were they black? Of course. Like, I was embarrassed.
Why you take this? Not why did my daughter bite you? Why you take the cell phone?
Yeah. You know all this didn't have to happen.
She was just playing Candy Crush. You need to mind your motherfucking business.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you sent your kid here to learn. No, I sent my kid there because I don't want to watch her.
I don't want her in my fucking face all day.
When I'm trying to smoke my hydro.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? You playing games.
You know how chicks post the picture of it's like a cartoon of like the chick kicking a kid to the school bus whenever school starts. You know you see it on Instagram all the time.
Yo, I've never seen that before.
And,
That's fucking hilarious.
I'll be like,
yo.
do y'all understand the mind state you in and like posting that? Like,
Get
that's
your
not
motherfucking ass
that's
outta
not
here.
funny. But that really how these motherfuckers be. Just get the fuck out the house so I ain't got to deal with you. And then they be off in the streets doing crazy shit like biting teachers,
Yeah.
and then you show up
and roll on the teacher and hit the teacher with a brick.
crazy.
As if the teacher hasn't been through enough. Your little rabbit child bit the teacher.
Real talk.
So now I got to get a tetanus shot, and now I got to get a CAT scan and an MRI on top.
That's
of
what she was going. It's funny that's what she was going to get was a tetanus shot, and the mom was following.
You motherfucking right, because
Yeah.
you got rabies or AIDS, little motherfucker. For sure.
I couldn't be around these kids because I'm punching everybody in the throat quick.
Yeah, we're gonna deal with the consequences.
You know,
later.
my mom was a teacher, and my girl mom, she is a teacher, and she had a situation where like the kids like had tripped her like purposely, and she fell and broke her wrist, and I'm just like,
Where they at?
where they at? Like, yeah, like.
So school get out about 3:07. Is what you're telling me.
You know what grade they was in? Take a guess.
3rd grade.
Second.
That's fucking.
Like, how y'all putting this together in 2nd grade? One of my brother-in-law, his wife is a teacher. She be telling me how she teach 4th grade. The shit she find them doing, catch them doing. She be like, and I be like, you're joking. She like, no, they're 9, they're 10.
That's crazy.
It's just like, damn, like the kids is shot the fuck out. No governing at home, nobody watching them. Nobody telling them right from wrong. And if you tell them right from wrong, you might gotta rumble her mom or her pop. Is that real?
Or the drug dealer that they sold, that their mother sold them to.
Yeah.
their legal guardian.
See, I miss this shit.
You want to buy my son, man? You know what I'm saying? Just give me a 6 deuce, man. You can have my son, man.
You want to buy my son, OG?
He ate, man. He cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? He's self-sufficient. He know how to make oodles and noodles and hot dogs. Just take my son, man. Just give me a 62, man.
One of my homies, he had a fiend that used to always come through with some shit for the sale. I'm talking about 6x9s, just random shit. And he had like a mini fridge one day. Just he always had some shit with him. My homie went out and met him. He came back to my crib. He's like, I'm waiting for the day this nigga pull up with a baby. I'm calling the cops. I swear to God. Like,
because it's coming.
Yeah, that shit is crazy, man. But I'm sorry, we got way off topic like we always do. I just saw that story and that just fucked with me so much. You want to get back to telling how our listeners be on some silly type tone?
All right, so yeah, we try to give the listeners the opportunity to just, you know, take the reins of the show for the day or whatever like that. 2 people, Deuce, my man Will, from formerly of Mitchell and Ness, now Kicks USA You Beat Group. Only 2 of them have taken the opportunity to take their time to, you know, and I literally put it in the description on the Instagram post. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. You could schedule a Rumble. You could fucking, you could schedule a Rumble. You could diss somebody. You could air out your baby father. Like, you could plug your business. Like, you could have used the time for whatever you wanted to use the time for. Our ad rates are $80 to $300 an ad. You could have fucking had a whole fucking 5-minute ad for $10.
Yeah.
You fucked up. So, there goes that. But, you know, kind of on the same topic, like another reason why we necessarily haven't recorded the show in a couple weeks, this is just like a sincere moment. It's just like, we need more direct support from our listeners, period. Like, we have a very large global audience, and it's led me and Matt behind the scenes to have some conversations and say one of 2 things is happening. Either one, y'all on turkey time. So that's the first option. Or number 2, y'all not listening at the rate that we think you're listening. Because somebody knows somebody. It's like Nino walking around the table. Yeah. Don't nobody know nothing. Somebody knows somebody that knows something that want to give us some money to.
It's just the amount of ads, the emails,
yes.
like from all different
the
places.
Interaction.
People literally can recite this and recite
yes.
that and know about this part and that part, and it just be like, all right. And I don't know if it's that the attention spans are because they're awful nowadays, and that's not a diss. It just
right. It is what it is.
The society we live in. The attention spans are awful.
Not calling you retarded individually, calling all y'all retarded. It's not personal.
But my whole
grew
thing
up in a
is
retarded
like,
era.
All right, like what do we do? And we've tossed around some ideas as far as revamping a joint and just this, that, and the third, and. You know, we both get to the same end conclusion, like, let's just go get high and get something to eat. Like, I'm not trying to give myself a headache.
Just smoke some Platinum OG and just, you know, relax.
So, but, I don't know. We're here.
So, shout out to Will and Deuce for, you know, taking the time
Deuce has become one of my favorite people, man. Watching Deuce's growth,
his evolution.
Yeah.
Deuce went from a dirty battle rapper with Rug Deuce sweatsuits to a real businessman.
Wow, the Rug Deuce sweatsuit. That's how crazy Deuce's transformation is.
That
I
wasn't that
almost
long
forgot
ago.
about that. Yeah.
Deuce is a real businessman. You know what I'm saying?
You know, somebody broke in his will, stole his camera and shit yesterday. Yeah, niggas. He said he good though. Said he'd get another one. He said he had another, like, he got 2 Jones, had another one on deck, and he had like a bunch of shoots today and tomorrow. He's like, that shit ain't stopping nothing. I'm just like,
Yeah.
It's crazy that it's just that's how we are. Like,
It's just annoying.
crab in a barrel. Like
fam,
that mentality is nuts.
like fam, like I would have like whatever you gonna go sell that camera for $80. I would have gave you $80 not to break in my car.
Yo,
like if you'd have told me
how
like
crazy is that?
like yo nigga, if you don't give me $80, I'm gonna break your window and take your camera. Here you go. Have a nice night.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, please don't break my window. That reminds me, like, one time in 2012, this when I was still working for Enterprise, I had a company car. I parked it on my block on Schoolhouse Lane, up the street from my house. But it was like probably like a half a block up or whatever like that. I had one of them Garmin GPSs mounted to my dashboard. A smoker had to be.
Always.
Broke my window to steal the Garmin. I'm like, dog, the Garmin was $90 at Target. The window for this brand new Ford Fusion was $260.
Yeah.
I would have gave you the Garmin not to break the motherfucking window.
Yeah.
Like, all you had to do was like, yo, who white Ford Fusion is this? I'm about to break in this motherfucker if you don't give me this Garmin. I would have given it to you, I promise. And they fucking ended up stealing my Louis sunglasses in the fucking in the aftermath. Like, let me flip this armrest open. Oh, what's some glasses in here? They probably sold them for $30.
I remember
$1,000 sunglasses.
I remember
like wear sunglasses.
I remember I got off work. This was years ago. I got off work and I stopped past a pizza joint as they was closing and bought a Stromboli. So I get in my car. He called me. I had something to go pick up from him and shit. So I'm like, I'm gonna stop past your crib. It was no spots on his block, and I didn't want to like be in the block drawing.
Yeah.
So I went to like the end of the block, wrapped around the corner, and parked. Come down to his crib, talking to him, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I come back to the wheel. I see my door open. I'm like, I know I ain't leave that shit open. As I'm walking back down the street, I'm like, I know damn well I ain't leave that fucking door open. Come over. I had 2 pair of phone posits in the back seat. I had the red ones and the electric blues. They're gone. My work bag with like my SEPTA shit in it, that was gone.
They stole your Stromboli.
And the Stromboli. And I'm in the street like, one of you motherfuckers took my Stromboli. I don't give a fuck about them things.
Right? They a size 15. Y'all can't do shit with them. Who stole my Stromboli?
I'm like, dog, it's fucking 1 in the morning and shit else open. I was pissed. I'm like, yo, $600 to sneak. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Niggas like, oh shit, he left a Stromboli. He must have knew he was coming.
And it's just like, had the nigga called me and say, yo, bring 2 Strombolis, I'd have bought you one. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah.
Bring 2 Strombolis and leave your phone posits on the curb.
Yeah, real shit. It's like the thieving shit is just
out of pocket, man.
It's annoying.
My dad had a situation. Some lady, he just moved. He was living in the Northeast or whatever. 7 a.m, some fucking meth head going up the block, popping doors, trying to see who left their door open. Goes in his car. He got to rustle the chick till the police come.
Oh,
He's on
shit.
the fucking block wrestling this broad at 7:24 in the morning, waiting for the police to come fucking arrest her. The police come. She got a bench warrant on top of this current charge that you got. I'm like,
do you remember my when my Snapchat blew up? I remember the day it happened. You remember Johnny, the older white dude who was kind of crazy, lived in my building? I woke up and my neighbor across the door was like, yo, somebody's in your truck. And I look out, I see a leg out the door, and I'm like, oh, shit. I grab my gun and come outside. This motherfucker was asleep in the passenger seat. I'm like, Johnny, this motherfucker told him, yeah, he's like, it was open. I just sat down and fell asleep. I'm like, how the fuck did you know it was open? It means you're walking around grabbing doors.
Grabbing doors. Grabbing doors,
Silly
man.
as shit. Man, those snaps was legendary, bro.
Fucking Johnny.
Yeah.
All right, so before we start getting into this topics, Will has basically said, I will pay you guys every week for 5 minutes of time.
Yes.
Just to hear y'all talk shit about whatever.
And that's pretty much what we do in radio anyway.
Yeah. So here's his topics. He said, I'm going to text you again. I'm so mad I had to cop a dub. Niggas are so dumb, yo. Guess I'm a hater. that doesn't have anything to do with anything.
I'm listening to you like,
That's
what?
funny as shit. So the first thing that he wants to talk about is second degree thinking and aptitude level. We live in a city, in a society in general, where the average motherfucker that you come across is dumb as bricks.
Dumb as a motherfucker.
They only are able to take things for what they are right in front of you, which is like, oh, hey, XYZ, and they just take it as fact without examining the situation or thinking like, hey, this seems a little bit off. Like, perfect example, I had a situation during the week with some guys that I do business with or whatever. Mm-hmm. Their names will be left out to protect the innocent. But it basically was like a situation where it's like, yo, because I know y'all and I've spent so much time with y'all and I just know y'all tendencies, I know what y'all going to do before you're going to do it. Or I know what you're doing in the absence of it being right in front of me by what you just did. I know the steps that you took prior to where we are now. Right. So basically like a scenario was posed to me about changing something within our business structure. And I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense. And because of the person that it came from, I'm like, yo, y'all had a sidebar conversation about this before you came to me, because without him co-signing it, you wouldn't have said it because you're not that type of person. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, yo, that second level thinking and that analysis helped me read through the whole situation. And then now it's like, no, we're not doing that. I'm not changing this. Da, 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 da. And then now everybody's like, oh shit, how do you know? I know because I'm not a fucking dummy. The quote that Will just gave me when we was on the phone leading up to here is that a room full of average-minded people cannot outsmart one sharp, intelligent person.
No.
It's not going to happen. That's not how intelligence fucking works. You have to fucking read, you have to educate yourself, and you just have to analyze situations and not just take things for face value all the time and what the fuck they are. To that point, Matt, you say what?
You want my synopsis on second level thinking?
Because we talk, it's a constant theme of the show.
I think it was Shiz, the personal shopper.
Okay.
I think it was him that said, if you can't earn in this society, you like a waste.
Yeah.
I think it was something along them lines. I can't remember the exact tweet. But I really sit back and I be like, the people who I see like moving along and like changing their lives and their outlooks and shit like that, those are the second level thinkers. Yeah. And then the people who are like regressing, excuse me, going backwards, going the other way, these are the motherfuckers who really just don't do it. Or like, not even that you can't do it or don't comprehend how, they just don't want to. It's just like, I don't care.
Right.
I feel like it's necessary in everything because it don't matter what, if you want to party promote, be a photographer, play poker, it don't matter. You have to second level. It just, you might go into third level thinking to where you have to literally take yourself out of your shoes and put yourself in that person's shoes that you dealing with at the moment. You know what I mean? And that's a whole nother ball game.
Right.
But it's one of them things, man, where it's just like, honestly, this is my biggest thing with me not fucking with Instagram shit. And like, honestly, Twitter's next. Like, I'm gonna get away from that shit. Yeah, because
going zero dark 30.
No, because I've realized just in the last month and a half how many dumb opinions I don't see anymore. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't see it. When something happens, like the Gordon Hayward shit the other night, that shit happened. I didn't see it on Instagram. I barely saw it on Twitter because I wasn't on there. Yeah. You know what I was doing? I was having conversations with people. I spoke to you. I spoke to Rod because we was talking on the phone when the shit happened. Like, literally, I was on the phone with Rod, and Rod screamed. I'm like, are you being attacked? What's happening over there?
Get off, Rod.
Yeah. And he like, dog, Gordon Hayward just snapped the shit. And we're having conversation. And it's just, we got to get back to that. Yeah. Like, stop taking in these dumbass opinions.
Interpersonal
dumbass
communication
ideals.
is dead.
It's horrible now. It's in the toilet. It's a mess. And I like the whole shit with the rappers. I don't know about any of it because I'm not seeing it. Right. You know what I'm saying? I've really gotten back into like reading. I've been reading a lot, just looking at different shit, picking up on different things. And it's just like, you know, with this whole thing that's looming right now, not to go back into Trump shit, but like the whole thing with North Korea. If a nuclear bomb go off, wherever it go off, that's going to be bad. Yeah. It's going to be awful, yo.
It's going to be catastrophic.
It's going to be terrible. You know why? Because the minds aren't going to be able to get, like, the average person can't keep their phone charged. So fuck hunting and fishing. Motherfuckers, you got charger ports everywhere. Your job, your car, wherever the fuck you be at, trap at, whatever the fuck you do. The average motherfucker phone right now on 38%. Yeah. Real shit. Motherfuckers can't even do that. So let alone fending for yourself or living off the land. It's funny, like I said, I've been back reading a lot. I was in Barnes & Noble the other day. I was picking up some books, me and my girl. And she was looking, because I wanted a specific book, and she went to find it. I went to the bathroom, and I was coming out, and I was in the war section. And I was looking at a war history book. Yeah. And I just picked it up because, whatever, it's interesting. I picked it up. I was reading the back of it. You know, Einstein created the atom bomb, you know. Atom bomb ended World War II. This is like the wildest hot take ever, but it was a quote from him. He knew he was going to end World War II. He knew that. He knew this bomb he built was just, if this ain't over, I don't know what the fuck is. This motherfucker said, I don't know what kind of bomb they're going to drop in World War III, but I'm positive that World War IV is going to be fought with sticks and stones. Like, the mines are just getting that advanced. He's like, I'm doing this shit. This was 1940. Yeah. So he's like, the next time a World War come around, the mines are just going to be that sharp, that crazy, that far, that they're going to be able to build something that's just going to be like... to where when the next World War pop, you're going to be in the street fighting because shit going to have to start from the beginning. Right. And I'm thinking about that shit when I read it. Like, yo, if a nuclear bomb do go off, how y'all going to live? Yeah, I was in McDonald's the other day, yo. No bullshit. Do you know that there are Uber Eats now for McDonald's? Yes. Do you know how low on the totem pole your brain gotta be
to pay an extra $6 for McDonald's?
To have a stranger go pick up your McNuggets? Like, you that crazy in your house. Like, I'm not gonna cook. I'm not gonna try to go and find something, go to the store. No, I'm gonna have a stranger in a Sonata go pick up my fucking nuggets and bring them
$4 meal from McDonald's and pay $10 for it.
I saw that Uber Eats shit at McDonald's. I was going to use the bathroom. I'm like, oh, nuclear bomb hit. Well, we dead meat. This motherfucker, like, it's toast. So it's like, yeah, man. It's like I just feel like all around thinking, knowledge, retaining knowledge, all of that shit, man. We just got to get back to it, learning more, understanding each other more. It's a mess. Did you see the bullying PSA from Burger King?
No.
It's a kid in Burger King. It's a commercial. Okay. He's getting bullied. He's like 12, 13, and it's like older kids in there bullying him, pushing him around. Motherfucker poured his soda all over his food and shit. And people standing around like watching it, and they filming people just watch it and shit, like watch it and going about their business. But then when they open their food, like the sandwich is all smashed the fuck up. So motherfuckers instantly get up and come up to the counter.
What the fuck is this?
Like, yo, what the fuck is this? And he was like, I bullied your burger. He's like, you want to complain about that? He's like, yeah, what the fuck would you give me a burger with a big-ass fist print in it? Where the fuck is your manager? And the manager come up like, did you order your burger bullied or unbullied? And he like, what the fuck is like, and everybody like reactions, what the fuck is going on? And then the joint was like 98% of the people came up and complained about their burger being bullied, but only 12% of the people actually stepped in to help the young boy being bullied. And it's just like, yeah, that's kind of how we are. It's like, fuck young boy, I don't got nothing to do with that.
But we've been talking about this shit for a while, like as far as like black people specifically and just a lack of community. But it's like it's a worldwide problem. Like, people are only worried about what the fuck goes on in their four walls. Mm-hmm. But we're so selfish that we expect other people to care about what happens when something happens to somebody who is akin to one of us. It's like your neighbor's kid gets killed. It's like, shouldn't have been selling them drugs and shit. Then your son get killed doing the same shit, and you like, we need to march. We gotta have a rally. We need to fucking go down to City Hall.
It's like when somebody's sister go missing and they all repost this so we can find them. Da-da-da. But then on the flip side, you posting videos of somebody else's sister getting beat up by 3 dudes. That's funny. Yeah, they rolling on a girl. You laughing on the shit. It's like we got to get away from all the shit, all the dumb shit, and that's more like it's so weird. But I've had people hit me up, yo, in the last couple weeks. I swear to God, people I haven't talked to in a good little while. Yo, you straight? Yeah, what's up? No, I ain't seen you on the gram. You good? Yeah, I'm fine.
Fantastic.
I'm at the supermarket. They got chicken on sale, boneless, skinless breasts. You buy 1 pack, you get 1 free. I don't know if you knew about that, but it's literally, I'm straight. What's up? Oh, no, because I ain't seen you on the gram. I thought, I'm like, damn, what, his girl made him delete his page or something? I'm like, no, she has an Instagram. Follow her. Like, what the fuck?
Everything's fine.
But that's really where we have gotten to, where it's like, if it's not happening online, then it can't possibly be happening. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's weird as shit. Like, motherfuckers got to let you know they every little... Like, chicks go home and make Velveeta shells and broccoli and bake chicken wings and post pictures.
Unseasoned baked chicken.
We don't need to see this. That's called dinner.
They eating good.
Like, you're supposed to have dinner. We don't need to see this shit. But that's really how weird we've gotten as a society, to where it's like, I'm not saying that things happening, the world runs through the phone. It's a great idea.
Yeah, fantastic.
It shouldn't be the only idea.
Right.
So,
true indeed.
I could go on for days.
Yeah.
With that
Will's
topic.
second point, and we'll kind of leave it at this. We'll have to pick up next week with the rest of his points because we're running out of time, Will. Titles and deeds versus leases and notes. And the specific thing that we talked about is, why do our black people in particular, why do you got to pull up on me at the light in your 2012 BMW Grand Coupe that you got off of Coparts, staring at me in my '08 that I own, looking at me like I'm fucking poor? You know what I'm saying? Or you doing something better than me, and your car was just motherfucking totaled out and had the whole front end rebuilt. Like, why are you looking at me like I'm fucking, like I'm doing bad in life and I own my shit?
I'll say this. I honestly don't think I'm ever getting another car note. If I do, it's thinking to be lease something.
Yeah.
I love not paying a car note. I didn't realize how nice it was.
Right.
Because I've had a car note for the last 9 years. So it's like,
Yeah, it just becomes a part of your monthly routine. Like, oh, gotta pay the car note.
Like, if I do anything, it'll be lease something for like a year or two, or whatever. But yeah, I see it all the time because, I work with a lot of dudes who, don't do anything until they get hired, and then next thing you know, they got a $700 note on a.
Well, I get paid every week, and on average, I make $900. So 1 week out the month, that's that. Yeah, well, you got to pay rent.
You got a note on a BMW, and the warranty isn't from BMW; it's from Schmidt's warranty company. You know what I'm saying?
Joe Piscopo, motherfucking car parts.
But that go back to what me and Carl was talking about about a week ago. Like, black people had this thing where it's like, if I go from making $20 an hour to making $22 an hour, I have to let y'all know that I'm now making $22 and not $20 an hour.
And spend like I'm making $28.
And that's all over. Like, that's all around. Like, we do the absolute most for nothing. I'm not saying don't go buy nice shoes, don't go buy nice purses, don't go buy cars, but it should make sense. If you have a $5,000 bag, there is no reason for you to be in a bungalow. It just doesn't make sense.
A tenement.
Yeah. Like, this is borderline a condominium, baby. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And you know why? It's because, you paying off your student loan. There's a lot of people out here who have student loans that have designer clothes. It's like, I'm not saying you wrong, but what it is you can't post a picture of your student loan being paid off on Instagram.
You can post this shirt, though.
Post this motherfucking bag, though. Get these likes together. And, I hate to keep going back to that. It seems like I'm hating, but it's like I'm not. I'm just telling you the truth and where we are. People don't like hearing the shit, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So those are 2 out of 94 of Will's points. Will will have a weekly segment on the show that he'll sponsor, and we'll just get his points off. But thanks for participating in the telethon, Will. We appreciate the $10. Thank you very much.
You said you wanted to talk about the importance of supporting good and minority-owned business.
Only good minority-owned business. Like, we live in an age where my man put up a post the other day, and it said, social media has convinced people that being an entrepreneur is easy. And he expounded upon,
Who posted that?
T-Dot.
Okay. Salute to T-Dot.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
And he expounded upon it and basically
his
saying,
name
like,
starts with a T.
Yeah, Tyrone Dixon.
There you go.
And he expounded upon it I'll actually have the post, so I'll just fucking read the post. I don't want to misquote him or anything like that.
In the meantime, people, I've been drinking a lot more water. Trying to get back to being healthy. I was doing real good at one point, and I got to stop with the bullshit. Oh, Chad's still looking. Got Cowboys look like they're going to win today.
I mean, they're up 97-3.
You know, Eagles fans are going crazy, like yourself. What'd you say? Yeah, they losing their minds out here.
Oh, he looked like he fucking deleted it. But basically what he was saying, he expounded upon it and basically saying like, hey, this shit is not easy. I got a wife. I got 2 kids. I got a staff. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing is, the true nature of being an entrepreneur, being a boss, as everybody wants to be, and being a business person is you got to pay everybody before you pay yourself. That's just the nature of business. But social media has convinced people that you start something fucking November 1st, you fucking rich by January 1st. And it's like, it's been so glamorized about being an entrepreneur. And it's just like, yo, y'all skipping so many motherfucking steps in between. And y'all in such a rush to shine that you skipping all the steps of really being a boss and educating your people and nurturing your staff and making sure that they paid and making sure they need this fucking got the support that they need and all of that shit. And it's like you burning bridges on your way to trying to pad your own pockets, and that's not what entrepreneurship is about.
If I was on Instagram, I'd follow this T-Dot guy. I'm not on there, but that I like the way he speaks. It's like none of it is easy to be. Like honestly, being an entrepreneur, working a job, none realistically that might be just as hard, if not harder, because 99.9% of the people who work jobs don't want to be there.
Yeah.
They're doing it because they have a reason to be. Like.
They have a financial obligation.
Being an entrepreneur is following for the good entrepreneurs. It's following your passion or your dream,
or following a hunch or something that you're educated in.
Yeah.
That you feel like you can make an impact in this industry.
So it's like people who get up and do 15, 16-hour days. Being an entrepreneur, they're living their dream. They're living their passion. Right. You know, people who work an 8-hour shift at a job, it's like they don't like. That might be more grueling because that's slavery. I hate slavery. Like, that shit is real. Slavery. I hate slavery. That's real. That's how motherfuckers are at jobs. Yeah. So it's like, it's all difficult. It's nothing about any of it that's easy. Yeah. But yeah, with the whole entrepreneur thing now, it's like we talked about a couple weeks ago. People now is just, they want to be a boss. I'm a CEO. All right. Now what?
Right.
You're a CEO. You own a business. You started a business. Yeah. Now
you have
what?
1,000 shares of nothing. Now what? Now the real work starts. The sweat equity in building your fucking brand and making the time investment and hiring staff and fucking paying for permits and licenses and this and that. It's just like, it's never fucking ending either. Like, especially when you're dealing with a weird-ass place like Philadelphia or the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. They'll change some shit on you and not tell you that they changed it and expect you to know that it's changed and you need to get this updated fucking license.
Yeah, but I see that way too much, man. It's like, that's another issue where I hate throwing it on black people because I don't feel like it's just black people.
No, it's not just us.
But
we make up a good chunk of it, though.
Way, way, way more than pretty other people I see. We are in a rush to shit on each other. Yeah. And it's like, for what? Like what? But that goes back to what you were saying, lack of community. You live on the same block, but you don't fuck with that house or them because they don't get money. This doesn't make sense. Yeah, no. Y'all pay the same goddamn taxes twice a year. It's like, it don't make no fucking sense.
None at all. So I say all of that to say, with all of that in mind, when you see a earnest or a sincere small business come along in your community or near your community, whatever, support them, patronize them. You know what I'm saying? It might cost you an extra 50 cents or $1 to buy something there than it does somewhere else, but the money is going to go back to the community as opposed to fucking Rite Aid Corp, which is like, who the fuck do we even know who owns that shit? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you could spend a little bit more money but travel a little shorter of a distance to go and spend money with fucking Will over here, but his customer service is better and he's going to treat you better and the money is going to be directly reflected in the community when a basketball camp or something comes up and he sponsors 10 kids. Is that not money well spent?
I think subconsciously black people don't like supporting black people because they think or know what's going to come from this black person becoming successful. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's wrong. I'm saying I understand it. Perfect example. one of my friends, she'll remain nameless because she doesn't sponsor the show. She was telling me how, I can't think what artist it was, doesn't matter, a recording artist blocked her on, I think it was either Instagram, probably was Instagram.
Probably Instagram. They quick with the trigger finger on Instagram.
And she has bought all of his albums, been to 2 of his concerts, and he blocked her because she was just saying how he should focus more on this than that. I saw the post.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a bad post. It was just saying, like, I like when you do this, but, you know, trying this sound, like, it really wasn't you. He blocked her. And it's just like, yo, that's a fan.
Yeah.
That's
more than a fan. That's a supporter because she spent their money.
And it's just like, that's someone who went to your last concert that might not go to your next one.
Probably not.
And you don't because now you got chains, you got a Benz, you know, you fucking groupies. You don't even realize, like, these are the motherfuckers that they're the reason you are where you are.
They got you to where you are.
But it's like, and that's on a big scale. But on a smaller scale, I'm talking about the business owners who from 25 to 150 grand, they be worse than them.
Right.
They be on Twitter and Instagram calling everybody poor and telling them how they ain't shit. It's like, you a small business owner. Why are you on Twitter arguing with people?
Right.
At all. At all. You ain't never gonna see the CEO of LensCrafters just come the fuck down to Twitter like,
exactly.
What, bitch? You pull up if you like. You never gonna see that. But you'll do that, and I think that'd be the mantra more so for people. Like, I'm gonna support, I'm gonna do this, but then you gonna turn around and tell me how I ain't shit because I, you know, work at Pico,
right.
or I ain't shit because I work at the stadium or at the airport or whatever the fuck got going on. And at one point, it just seems like back in the day when I talked to the older black people, we weren't like that with each other.
Right.
Yeah, you work there, like what? Like, nah, you employed. Damn, and you got freedom papers? You lit out here. It's like, yo, it wasn't like that. And I think that's what be on the subconscious sometimes with black people dealing with each other, to where you have black people that literally go into a black-owned business and they be looking for the first thing to tick them off and be like, fuck this shit.
My thing be with this. I give everybody a shot.
I try to.
All of the Philly clothing lines, I'd have spent money with all of them or tried to. If I didn't spend money with you, it's because I fucking called you and asked you for something, and you was like, oh, yeah, we ain't going to have no more of them shirts for 14 days. Like, man, I want the fucking shirt today, man. You sell clothes, right? Mm-hmm. I buy clothes. Sell me some fucking clothes.
Yeah.
Stop playing games. I'm saying, as far as like the restaurants and shit, I didn't patronize everybody's restaurant. Shout out to my homegirl, Dominique Ryan. She just opened her restaurant in Northern Liberties. Pretty Girl Cooks. I'm going to give you a free plug because I like what you're doing. Meek was down there yesterday. And I'm going to give her, I'm going to give her a play at some point this week. And if I like the food, I'm going to continue to go there. I put my money where my mouth is. I'm just not somebody that's just on here just talking shit and not really fucking supporting it. My man from the Marathon Sports Agency, they're doing a camp for kids. You can sponsor one kid, you can sponsor a whole team. I'm sponsoring a kid for this fucking camp. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm putting my
feel like
money
you're
where my
supposed
mouth
to, and it's now that you said it, it's like everybody who, like, literally everyone who sells food on when I had my Instagram, I'm talking about Joy, Mel, Rita, Boomer. I've gone to all of them. You supposed to. You understand what I'm saying? You know, if I know somebody does work on cars, I'll go get whatever. If I need something, like, that's how I found John and all of them. When I needed my car tinted, I needed this put in my car. It's just like, we're supposed to. But then on the flip side, I don't think people be wanting, like, special treatment or this, that, and the third, but don't make me feel like an imbecile. You know what I'm saying? At the end of this shit. So that's where I think it all lies. But, this has been a great conversation, man. Maybe it's just I'm missing it or whatever. This has been absolutely great.
Hell yeah.
Let's go into some of these topics.
Yeah,
I'm 100. Like I said earlier, I'm ecstatic. The NBA is
back.
The
baby.
NBA has been lit the first first week. I'll say. You know what I mean? It's. Where do you want to start with the NBA?
I'm a quasi Warriors fan. They're having like a full-blown meltdown, it looks like right now.
It was
kind of like a championship hangover.
Love said that last night in a group chat. I'm just like, I don't think. Maybe it's just because I know they're that good.
Well, I know they can turn it on and turn it off.
That's
but it's just
kind of
like
where I'm at.
They're exhibiting behaviors not typical of a championship type of like a world-class organization.
Honestly,
like,
Kevin Durant.
He's the strangest dude ever.
But this is the thing. Did you see the picture of all of them working out together?
No.
And I know that had to bother him. It was, what's the nigga from the Cavaliers, the light skinned nigga that don't really play? Dante Jones. Dante Jones, DeAndre Jordan, Melo, James Harden, Serge Ibaka, Russell Westbrook. I can't think of it. It was like
a lot of people.
A lot of NBA niggas. Yeah. And they all work out together. And I'm like, it just was weird because the only motherfuckers that wasn't in that was like LeBron and the Warriors. Right. And LeBron, who is his, he's his own entity.
He's an island.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, I wonder how Durant feel like all your old teammates still, like Serge, because remember, James Harden and him was like close as shit. Yeah. James Harden, Serge Ibaka, and Russell Westbrook still work out together. I know that's got to like.
You the odd man out.
Yeah, like I know that's kind of got to be. Oh, Paul George was in it. It was. I'd have to pull it up, but like they always work, and it's just like, yeah, Kevin Durant really made a decision that kind of like cast him out of a lot of. Yeah. So I'm arguing with the Grizzlies fans last night. It's like he's hated now.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's wrong.
My thing is this: as far as Kevin Durant, phenomenal player. Unbelievable skill set, strange fucking dude.
Very.
He had a secret Twitter account, at least one that we know about. Mm-hmm. You arguing with fans, you going out of your way to fight with the media. You got ejected because Steph got ejected. Like it's just like, yo, relax. It's like game 3. Like so let's save some of this fucking vitriol for like later in the year. Like you're gonna need it later, and it's almost like it seems like he's trying to like transform from Kobe to the Mamba, and it's just like, no, you're a nice guy. It's okay. Just be a dog on the court, but you don't got to be a dickhead. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? As far as your behavior goes, and it's just like, he's almost like trying to be like another Draymond, but you ain't Draymond. That's who Draymond really is. He's aggressive. He's in your fucking face. He don't take no shit. That's his role.
Yeah, because it always seemed like Kevin Durant was like... I used to say when he was running with Russell Westbrook, if Kevin Durant had Russell Westbrook's attitude, they would have been champions a long time ago. Because his skill set was just insane.
He just needed to be meaner.
But he just doesn't...
more of a fighter.
He just didn't have that to me. Yeah. Like, and, you know... Where are you at with these injuries? They've been absolutely ridiculous.
Well, the whole thing is this. I made a point on Twitter the other day, and I don't want to like belabor this point or nothing like that, but essentially the NBA changed the schedule to prevent shit like this. Mm-hmm. But the way, the manner, so they lessened the amount of back-to-backs that people play. They made sure it's like as far as start times and all that shit, players are getting adequate time in between games for travel and like shit like that. But with this new schedule, the way that they did it, instead of pushing it back, pushing the season further back into the summer, they opened the start date 2 weeks earlier.
It did feel like basketball started.
Normally
earlier.
Starts like the 26th between Halloween.
I was telling Ryder, I feel like it starts like the end of October.
It starts the end of October. But now, in order to accommodate those additional times and less back-to-backs and this and that, they had to start it 2 weeks earlier. So a lot of guys aren't in NBA game shape. They still in regular summer shape.
That's what LeBron was saying the other day, and people like took it out of context, like, oh, he full of it. He talking about he out of shape. I'm like, no, he's dead serious. He didn't play the preseason, and normally the regular season starts later.
LeBron didn't play any meaningful basketball all summer. From the finals to he didn't play there was no Olympics. He didn't play no meaningful basketball.
I'll keep his name out of it. The nigga on Twitter was like, "What do you mean? I seen him working out the other day and he was going hard." I'm like, those were fucking people who work at Checkers. That's not
he dunking on mad JUCO niggas. Like
that's not a tough fucking game for him. I'm talking about going up against NBA fucking talent in the fucking season. Yeah. That's a whole different ballgame. And I'm going to say this because I saw you had a point about LeBron still being the best player on earth.
Yes, absolutely.
At this point, I'm going to piss a lot of people off, and I know you'll probably go and dig my old tweets up because I was a LeBron hater. At this point, Bron really might be the best player ever.
Yeah.
If he plays like this at this level for 2 or 3 more years, it's going to get to the point where it's not even a close
It's gonna be
argument.
absurd. MJ wasn't this good at this age.
Can I give my synopsis on this? Bron is in his 15th year. It's his 15th year in the NBA. If you go to every other person you put on the GOAT list, Shaq, Wilt, Kareem, Magic, Bird, MJ, Kobe, and Kobe probably the only one who in his 15th year won a championship. But Kobe wasn't the best player in the league when he won a championship in 2010. LeBron in his 15th year. You know how many playoff games LeBron has played?
I know it's absurd, and I know the minutes is through the roof, too.
180 playoff games. That's 2 additional plus seasons
Yeah.
of playoff basketball, which is more grueling, harder on the body. He's played 15 regular seasons and 2+ seasons worth of playoff basketball, which means he's played going into 17 seasons of
Not to mention
NBA
all
basketball.
Olympic basketball, 3 Olympics.
The man went out there the first game the other night. He had 29, 16, and 9. It wasn't even a headline because it's normal. It's normal. At a certain point, the nostalgia for Jordan, the nostalgia for Kobe, the nostalgia for whoever you got, Magic, it's just going to have to die off, and you're just going to have to let it go. Like, you've never seen anything like this shit. The knock. What's the knock? I'm going to ask you, and we haven't talked about this. What's the knock that the Jordan stan, the average Jordan stan has, or the average Kobe stan has for LeBron James?
Clutch shooting.
He's not a scorer. He doesn't have the killer instinct. LeBron is 28th. He's 7th. He has 28,000 career points. He's number 1 in playoff scoring.
Yeah.
He's 7th all-time in NBA scoring. Number 1 is Kareem with 38,000. LeBron averages about 1,900 points a year. At the rate LeBron playing, if he decides to play 20 years, he's probably going to finish number 1 in scoring. For the dude who isn't a scorer and doesn't have the killer instinct to finish number 1 in scoring and number 1 in playoff scoring, I don't even understand the argument. And everybody else that's high on that scoring list, Jordan, AI, Dirk, Kobe,
usage rates is higher.
they're not going to be high on the rebound list like him. And for the people who are high on the rebound list, like Duncan, Shaq, Wilt, Elgin Baylor, they're not going to be high on the assist list like him. That nigga really do any and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
All that shit they talk about Giannis and Antetokounmpo, Brown went right out there the other day, gave him hell, and then punched the shit when the game was his. You can't stop that.
Yeah.
And Antetokounmpo was in his 3rd year. Bron's in his 15th. I don't even understand the argument at this point. But a couple more years of that, if he win another chip, man's probably going to go to his 8th straight finals. What we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, really, what we talking about?
Because here's the thing. Like, to make the comparison, in football, John Elway is regarded as one of the 2 or 3 greatest quarterbacks ever. He didn't win every Super Bowl. He was there a lot.
He actually lost a lot of them until he got TD.
Exactly. He didn't.
neither here nor there.
He didn't win every Super Bowl. He ran into the 49ers. Sometimes you run into shit that's bigger than you, but that doesn't diminish your greatness none. Because you look at LeBron, he still was KD was just on another planet last finals, but LeBron was still the 2nd best player in that finals. He was still
the best player in that finals. He led the finals in points, rebounds, assists. He averaged a triple-double.
He had dog shit on his team.
I'm just saying he led the finals in points, rebounds, assists, and field goal percentage. Bron was the best player on that floor.
But they was losing by like 10, 12 points. So
the Warriors are a better team. There's no one on the Warriors that's better than LeBron. It's just not. It's just not. You can't give me.
But within the confines of KD versus LeBron, when the game counted and all of that shit, all I remember is KD pulling up in his fucking face.
He hit the shot in Game 3
in LeBron's face.
It was a great shot. But KD's not better, man.
No, I'm not saying that he's better. I'm just saying in that particular series, in that whole playoff run leading up to that, KD was on another fucking level.
KD was on the Warriors, and that's what I'm. Do you realize you're a Laker fan? I think still, right?
I'm trying.
They
still have Julius Randle?
Did you see Nick Young in Game 1 this year for the Warriors?
Oh yeah,
the nigga looked like Earl Manigault, and I'm telling my home, I'm like, yo, I'm starting to think that if the Warriors give me a shirt and put me on the corner, I can knock down. Like, the Warrior system makes people look amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you can go out here and shoot 37 to 42% 3-point on any other team in the league, you can come to the Warriors and shoot 48 because all your shots are going to be uncontested.
I'm a Lakers
because
fan.
nobody's worried about you.
I put myself through the horrendous fucking feeling of watching Laker games over these last couple of years. I ain't seen Nick Young hit 4 free throws in a row, let alone 4 trays. That nigga was on fire.
Yeah, he was going big.
They still lost the game, but he was on fire. But it's like the Warriors system is amazing. Steve Kerr is a great coach. But let's do this real quick. What are your – we'll start with this. Who you got for MVP this year?
Giannis.
Who you think's going to win that?
Giannis.
I think LeBron's going to win it. Who you think's going to lead the league in scoring?
Probably Westbrook.
I'm thinking Antetokounmpo. I don't think Westbrook's even close. I think Westbrook's going to lead the league in assists by a lot. I got Antetokounmpo leading the league in scoring. Iverson in 2001. It's literally him and $4. The nigga had 50 almost last
But he's
night.
playing point guard.
No, he's playing like the 0.4 like.
He's playing Lamar. He's playing Lamar Odom to his full potential.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
But what I'm saying is he AI in 01, like it's literally like how it was AI in 4-6.
Well, the other day y'all told me that they had all these good players on the Bucks.
No, they do got good players, but I'm saying he's the go-to guy for the scoring.
Okay.
Shit. Like the nigga had almost 50 last night. The Bucks had 100. Like that nigga.
That's what I'm saying. The Bucks have 9 niggas that all do the same shit. Score 12. That's what they do.
No, what
Jabari
I'm saying
Parker,
is the
Malcolm
fact that the Bucks are an okay team in the East because they have Giannis.
Oh yeah,
That's what I was saying.
He elevates the fucking
Like
team.
motherfuckers the other day when Gordon got hurt, Philly Twitter was. I seen niggas like, oh, this opens up the 3rd spot in the East for the Sixers. I'm like, did the Bucks lose a player too? I'm like, did the Raptors lose? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But I got Antetokounmpo for leading the league in scoring this year.
That'd be amazing because I really like him a lot.
He dope ass player. Who do you have? This is going to be the argument of the day. Who do you have for Rookie of the Year?
Ben.
Nope. I'm going Lonzo. I have to.
You say you have to?
I have to.
I think Ben. I mean, Ben.
I don't think
he doing 15, 10, and 5 every game.
Yeah, but they're not winning, and I don't think they're gonna give.
I don't think they give a shit about that.
If the Sixers only win 30 games, I don't think they give him Rookie of the Year.
He's gonna win 34 games, maybe.
I don't know. It's like I feel like Lonzo just has the eye on him. And like watching him the other night come out and after that shit with the first game, watching him damn near have a 30-point triple-double is like Lonzo, like it, cause you know what I'm saying? He's gonna have the light too.
You know
and
what?
he has the rock to where he like this is the thing. If Ben Simmons is working, Joel Embiid isn't. I don't know if you've really watched the Sixers game. Me and Rob was talking about it the other night.
It's painful to watch.
They don't coexist together good yet. I'm not saying they won't.
Well, that's because they got a minute restriction on Joel also. So it's like he can't get into a
nigga
flow
can't pay
again.
back-to-backs or nothing.
No, can't do shit.
And that's what I was trying to explain. I'm like, I think something's still up that we don't know, but they do. Because, like, when y'all going to let the leash off? But I feel like Lonzo is just, he's in a position better than Ben is to win Rookie of the Year. I think Ben is a phenomenal player, and he has all of the intangibles. I just think Lonzo's in a better spot to win the shit.
You know what jumped out at me watching that first Lakers game? I'm like, this lineup is fucked.
Yo,
like,
when
this
Luol Deng came out.
When I saw Luol Deng, I'm like, number one.
I'm like, Luke Walton had to have been watching
I'm like,
the era
number one, I'm like, yo, you're alive. Number two, I just remember Danny Ferry saying that you were an African scammer. And then it's just like, why are you in this lineup when Kyle Kuzma was fucking killing? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I hate Julius Randle's fucking ass, why is he at least not in the starting lineup?
Well, I like Clarkson more than I like any of them.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you got Ingram
Well, not more than Kuzma.
I'm like, you got Ingram at the 2, which I thought was a good idea. He's a fucking stiff. He can't do shit.
Ingram is a weird player. It's like, you know, he got that crazy growth spurt.
Yeah.
And I don't think he ever like I don't know.
Like he's 6'9.5" playing the 2. Cool. I'm with that. Positionless basketball. I love it. It's like fucking FIBA all the time.
Yeah.
I love it. You have no moves. He doesn't have any moves.
Yeah.
He can't get past anybody. He can't get past you.
Yeah, no, I'd foul shit out of him.
Get your skinny ass back here. Like, he can't get past anybody. Like, his
pull a
jump shot
Giannis.
is broke, and he can't get past anybody.
Yeah.
It's, like, embarrassing. And it's like, they're counting on him to make the next step in order for Lonzo to be what he needs to be. Because I can throw you as many on-point passes as possible. The first game, even with Patrick Beverly in his throat, I saw Lonzo throw a fucking full court lob to Brook Lopez that he caught. If he don't get fouled, that's an assist. Yeah. So it's just like his passing is
that's another
out of this
Lonzo,
world.
He would have been the youngest person to ever record a triple-double, which he's probably going to be because he's going to do it sometime this year. The Lakers missed a good 12 shots that he was almost assisted on. And that's
fucking terrible.
And that's what I was saying about Westbrook leading the league in assists this year. He had 16 assists the other night, and them niggas shot like 28% from the field. I'm like, if they'd have made half the shots, them niggas had 25 assists. And I'm like, Westbrook's going to lead the league in assists.
The problem
with ease, I think.
I think that this might be a hot take. I think that OKC is mean enough and tough enough to take it to the Warriors.
That's my sleeper.
But they're too top heavy and they don't have no other players on the team to make it happen. Like the Warriors are 15 deep.
Yeah, I agree.
They have 3 players on OKC and Steven Adams.
The Thunder are my sleeper because of the simple fact that Westbrook is like. Understand what I'm about to say? Westbrook is that good.
Yes.
I was talking about earlier about going back and finding tweets. You can find tweets from me in 2010, 2011, 2012, 13, where I was like, yo, when the Kobe era is over, my guy's going to be Westbrook because he's that good. And he has that shit in him.
I had a tweet from around 2013 where I'm like, is it me or is Russell Westbrook better than Chris Paul? And I'm looking at these numbers and I'm like, Chris Paul is like, it's like something is fucked up about these numbers.
Westbrook has a gear that no one else has.
Yeah, I'm like, I think Russ averaged like 27, 7.5, and like 4 or 5 rebounds or some shit. And I'm looking at Chris Paul's stats and I'm like, all right, his efficiency is through the roof. He's averaging like 21 and 11.5 assists. He was leading the league in assists by a lot. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, it's bullshit in these numbers somewhere. And then once the second level thinking, when you start realizing like he doesn't make any risky passes, never. He refuses to make a risky pass. He only takes fucking set shots and I'm just like, he doesn't have that other gear to his game where it's like
people don't realize,
he's really like in a fight. He's on the same gear at all times
Chris Paul
in the game.
Not taking the risky pass makes him slow up, and it slows the offense up. And that's why if you look at that game with the Rockets and the Warriors, they had to bench him.
Got to get out of here.
They had to bring in PJ Tucker for the comeback because it's like, yo, we can't win with you out
playing
there.
Too safe.
You stalling us almost. And that was always my knock on Chris Paul. The league we in now is a point guard scoring league. Damian Lillard, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, Russell Westbrook. What's the light-skinned nigga from the Suns? Devin Booker. Everybody I just
Kyle
named,
Lowry.
They will give you 50 and not blink.
Yeah.
If Chris Paul scores 35, it's almost painful to watch. He just slows it up so much.
And they lost by 9.
Real talk. But OKC is my sleeper on the strength that
definitely a sleeper.
I love Roberson and Paul George defending on the wings.
They're mean enough and tough enough to do it. I just don't know if they got enough players.
Yeah, they don't have the depth.
Yeah.
But if they was to acquire something before the trade deadline or maybe pick up somebody. Yeah. You know what I read the other day? Gordon Hayward, since he got hurt, the Celtics now have an option where they get like $8 million back in salary cap so they can sign somebody else. It's called basically one of your star players, like somebody
it's
with
like insurance.
If one of your big players gets fucked up, you can go ahead and
it frees up money in the salary cap.
You get a break on your salary cap.
Get a mulligan.
Yeah. Puts him on the IR, and then you can bring in another person on your roster.
Not bad.
Yeah, so Celtics probably fuck around and do something. But
the Celtics still have a ton of assets that they can move if they want to try to go and get another player.
Motherfuckers the other day, I told you when they was talking about that, this opens up the third spot in the East for the Sixers, and I'm just like, yo, real talk, y'all not better than the Celtics without Gordon Hayward.
The Celtics fuck around and have Anthony Davis in January or some
people
shit.
don't realize this. The Celtics, with Gordon Hayward going down, almost won that game with the Cavs.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown went off for 25.
It was a dog fight.
That team, all right, them young boys is good, and Kyrie is still Kyrie. He don't look like old Kyrie.
No, he definitely don't look like old Kyrie.
Not yet, at least. But I think
it's like when I saw him in the preseason, I'm like, yes, this is what he needs. A free-formed offense. He can be creative. He can lead the break. He can distribute the ball, fucking cross people, go, you know what I'm saying, finish at the basket. And it's just like watching him during the actual season now, it's like I don't see none of that shit. Yeah. The creativity is like lost. And it's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, so. But I'm glad the NBA is back. We did our predictions, right? We did MVP.
We did MVP,
Rookie of the Year.
League
leader in points and assists.
I still got the Warriors winning it.
Yeah, I'm still there. Some would have to be drastic. I like the Cavs coming out the East, of course. I really like OKC as a sleeper. Other than that, though, I really don't know.
They changed the format for the All-Star game. What do you think about it?
It's like the number one vote getters get to pick their team. So you're going to have Steph Curry and LeBron.
Brian picking, yeah.
It's going to be the Warriors versus LeBron and D-Wade. Like, with the third pick, LeBron like, give me Bosh. And they're like, what? Like,
Bosh not in the league. Oh, my bad, bro.
Oh, my fault. Damn. Give me JJ. Give me Julian Jones. Like, I don't want to see that stupid shit, man.
I'm in favor of them changing the playoff fucking format also to just go 1 through 16.
What you mean?
Like, get rid of East Coast, get rid of West Coast. Best record, number 1. Second best record, number 2, regardless of your fucking coast. And you get to the real fucking champion as opposed to the West beating the dog shit out of each other. Sort of like, and then the remains playing Cleveland in the finals.
Sort of like the brackets for
exactly.
NAACP, yeah. I mean, yeah, that would make sense, shit.
Because it's so disproportionate. You got 14 teams in the West that could go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You got 4 that deserve to be in the playoffs in the East, and then the rest is like, all right, well, we'll get there how we get there.
Yeah. It's an interesting concept. Just make sure you tag the NBA when you put this up. You know what I'm saying? On our iTunes. All right, we did sports enough. Pissed off some of our female friends. You want to go get back some nigger shit real quick? Little B got rolled on last night.
Little B got rolled on, but it wasn't really a roll on.
It wasn't really.
He had a tan suit on and he wasn't dirty, so that's the first strike against y'all.
Sucker suit.
Number 2, he got on stage and talked about y'all rolling on him after him getting rolled on,
and then prayed for y'all.
And said that I'm down to have a meeting and a conversation with them and go to dinner if that's what they want to do. So either
like niggas today was trying to like pipe it up to more what it was, and I'm just like,
no.
Like nah.
No.
Niggas was like, oh, they fucked him up. And I'm like, nah.
No, not really. If 20 people kick and punch on you and you get up and live to tell it, like the same, like 10 minutes later, you won.
Yeah.
They didn't do a good enough job. Y'all got to, like, get y'all roll-on skills together,
He got up
guys.
talking about, no, God bless y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to fight y'all. I just said you was ass. I don't understand.
I just said you sound like a bitch from Detroit. No disrespect.
No disrespect, fam. I just said you stunk. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying, want to get on fisticuffs.
I just said I'm more New York than you, and I'm from Berkeley, California. Yeah. No disrespect.
No disrespect.
But all disrespect.
They really rolled. They rolled on him with purses and book bags.
And skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Like, fam, you gonna rip your ballmans. Your ball mains.
Your ball mains. Like, yeah, man. Where were they at?
Rolling Loud Festival.
Okay, because they canceled PNB Rock performance today.
Yeah, now your money's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's like the short-sighted nigger shit. Like, you kick Lil B's ass. Number 1, no disrespect, Lil B. Nobody gives a shit.
It's like you kicked Lil B's ass, but you didn't kick Lil B's
ass. But you didn't kick Lil B's ass, and then you got your money fucked up.
I don't understand why were the PNB people in it? He didn't say nothing about that.
Him and A Boogie are like girlfriends.
Ah, okay. See, because I'm like, he didn't say nothing about PNB. Yeah. He just said A Boogie sound like Dej Loaf.
Yeah, but PNB was with A Boogie, so
okay.
I'm throwing punches too.
I see.
Philly
so that
shit. Was that, yeah.
Philly shit. It's my man's.
It's my man's.
Roll on that ball. Yeah. I don't really know this nigga, but that's my man's. That's Philly shit for real.
Roll on this nigga.
Speaking of Philly, I'm going to let you go ahead and lead this one because I have no clue what's going on. Apparently, Instagram is like what's crazy is I've heard this from like 3 or 4 people because I'm not on there.
Yeah.
Like Leak the other day was like, yo man, these niggas rapping and shit all fucking day.
So
what's happening?
Apparently, Philly Instagram over the last month has transformed into BET's Rap City the basement. Only thing we're missing is Big Tigger and Mama Tigger's cooking in the pool table. Every time I scroll down my feed on Instagram, it's a nigga with 400. It's an ugly nigga with 400 uglier niggas behind him yelling at me on Instagram.
So is it
rapping.
A bunch of people or?
It's one person rapping. The crew and the setup is the same on all these videos. Front man rapping, crew behind him, finishing his lyrics, but it's 400 different people doing this shit.
The funniest shit ever. Somebody made a video. It's on Facebook. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. And you know how they put the words on the video? And it was like, this is how Philly rap DVDs used to be. It's Cheek Raw rapping.
Yeah.
But it's Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, and Hulk Hogan is doing like one of his promos. Like, let me tell you this, brother. But it's not Hulk, but it's Cheek Raw. Like, I come down the baseline and it's Hulk Hogan. You gotta see this shit, dog. This shit is hilarious. Because it really looked like it's Hogan rapping.
Ew.
But it's Hogan talking shit. And the Macho Man and all of them are flexing by. I'm like, that's really how the fuck niggas be rapping with these Philly DVDs, yo.
My thing is this, guys. I travel a lot. I be in the mix with different types of people that in the music industry, shit like that. Nobody, fuck a record deal, because the record deal is obsolete at this point, but nobody is going to give you a big bag of money because you on Instagram rapping ridiculously aggressive. Like, that is not how, like, the music industry fucking works. To the contrary, motherfuckers that don't even rap are getting record deals to cut rap records because fucking predatory label situations like fucking APG at Atlantic are just finding motherfuckers that's already popular, signing them to record deals, and just giving them the dope records that is already in their system.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's going on. Fucking YouTube stars and Cash Me Outside Girl and people like that are going to be the new rappers going forward. It's like meme rap.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a whole thing. It's like, yo, we did like the fucking We did the trap shit to death. We didn't put niggas in purses and shit like that. Hulk Hogan, Demolition, and Jake the Snake Robert Smith. This is hilarious, man. Can you please send me this? What the fuck, man? Talking that talk. Talking that gangster shit. The fuck is going on here, man? Oh.
That's really how niggas be in the background of the fucking DVDs, yo.
What the fuck, man?
Hilarious.
But yeah, man, like, I'm just trying to save y'all. Like, this is not how this shit works. Here's what you supposed to do. Form you a fucking LLC. Get you an account with fucking My Mixtapes, Live Mixtapes, all of that shit. Get you an account with fucking Clear Channel so that you can run ads. Get you a record that you fucking believe in, or keep recording until you get a record that you believe in, and service it to these different mediums. You can put your own music on fucking Apple Music and Tidal and Spotify if you have a TuneCore account. The shit costs $40. Get you a TuneCore account and you can fucking service your music to all these digital mediums. Start to get some streaming revenue and service your record to fucking radio. You can do it on your own. You can buy fucking overnight radio spots on like Power 99, Boom 103.9, cheap as shit. Spend $250, $300 a week or whatever to run some fucking radio spots with your with a snippet of your song on there where they can get it at, and fucking, you know what I'm saying, and drive the fucking traffic to the streaming services or where they can buy your fucking song at. This shit is not hard, man. You can fucking, with 400 fans, Ryan Leslie has proven that if you have he has a business model where if you have 400 fans, like actual supporters, he can show you how to monetize that into a $60,000 a year salary.
Yeah.
Off of your music. You don't got to work nowhere. The average U.S. person in the U.S. don't make $60,000 a year. The average fucking household, the median household income in Philadelphia is like $34,000 or some shit like that. So you have to seek out these other avenues of how to break yourself and break your music, but like rapping at me on Instagram and yelling at me is not going to get you a big bag of money.
Like with the kid we had on here, Mir Fontaine,
yes.
Like his whole situation, like, yeah, just put it out there yourself. Get you an iTunes, get you a motherfucking SoundCloud if you need it, and go that
and
route.
Go. And
but literally, you got 900 followers and your page locked. Who the fuck's gonna see this?
How are we supposed to even share this?
Who's gonna
Yo,
see
repost
this
my
thing?
video, bro. I can't because your page is locked. I can't even hit the repost app on your shit because your page is locked, cuz. And the minute that I fucking scroll down my IG, as soon as the video pop up with you rapping, you calling me 34 bitch ass niggas. I don't want to hear that shit. And telling me how you would do a nigga dirty. Like, I believe you. 100%. I believe you. But you can't take these imaginary murders to the bank and deposit them and get cash money for them. Like, it's I know you think you can, but you can't. I promise you. You can't. Yeah. So, I just gave y'all literally $1 million worth of game to everybody out there fucking doing music. Take my fucking advice, man. Do it yourself. If you get fucking big enough, you can get with a digital distributor like Empire out of California. That's who O'Malley has his deal with for Own Breed. They'll fucking distribute your shit, put your shit everywhere, take a 17% fucking cut. You get 83% of your bread. You fucking sell 10,000 units at fucking 99 or whatever. You make $100,000. You'll make 83 grand. They'll make 17. This shit is simple as fuck. It's easier than ever. The internet is your friend, but not Instagram. Stop yelling at me on Instagram and your rap
wish
videos.
I could rap or just.
I'm about to cut a record, man. I got too much game.
Like not trying to be funny, dog. Like my homie the other day was like, "Yo, you funny as shit and got a distinct voice. You need to do like some Ludacris type shit." I'm like, "Yo, real talk. We about to get some big ass jackets and do some Busta Rhymes type shit." Cause he like, you can rap. He like, you remember every fucking rap on earth anyway. He like, you need to get the fuck out there and be a rapper. I'm like, yo, real shit like that. Rap now, anybody can get in there.
Yes, and it's wide open.
It is. It just.
And the thing is this. The bigger point is this: rap music is in hip hop is the #1 music culture. Period. Mm-hmm. Not rock music, not country. We got all them out the fuck out of there.
Like you got people like Nicki Minaj, who didn't put an album out this year. She was on the Forbes
made
list.
$16 million
Because she has so much other shit, deals and fucking this and it's
with
like
the way that streaming works and this residual income model that now exists in music. The shit is growing. The music industry grew for the first time in 16 years, 2 years in a row because of streaming and streaming platforms. They're fucking counting YouTube views on the fucking Billboard chart now because people are consuming this shit at such a rapid fucking rate. They have to change these old rules and the way that they do shit.
I was trying to tell my homie the other day, I'm like, when Napster hit, like around 2000, that shit like almost killed the record industry. It did kill the record industry. And literally everything had to change. Like, it was like that. The moment Sean Parker dropped that shit, it was like, oh, we not going to the store no more. I can get that shit on the computer.
Exactly.
I can send that shit to my homie.
And the thing is, Steve Jobs went to all the record labels and told them, like, hey, I have a way that we can combat this shit before it gets too bad. And they told him, get the fuck out of here. The music industry and CDs will never die. Yeah. And it did.
Died dead.
Died. It's dead.
Yeah. Dead in the streets. Like, that shit was bad.
So me and Matt's mixtape, Fried Chicken and Fiji Water will be coming out soon. Because we just giving away all this fucking free game. We need to apply this shit ourselves.
Like, I dead ass. You give me a ghostwriter, I will definitely rap some shit. Like, I don't write, but, you know, I'll write a check, in the words of my man Puff. It's like, yo, real shit. Because rap now is really, it's not about you being the nicest lyricist on the corner or in your neighborhood, and you the nicest nigga in Queens, you got to go battle the nicest nigga in Brooklyn. It ain't like that no more. It's not. It's just not. You can literally be... You can, like, you know, study karate and just be in the house and decide to buy a mic and a Pro Tools and put some shit on YouTube, and that shit could get 60 million hits. And next thing you know, this motherfucker's on your doorstep talking about, yo, we want... They signed the Cash Me Outside girl.
Multi-million-dollar deal.
Multi-million. This bitch was on Dr. Phil for cursing at her mom.
This is going to sound like a hot take, but in all reality, Cardi B is really like a bigger version of the Cash Me Outside girl. Like, she's a likable version of the Cash Me Outside girl. Yeah. It's the same exact profile. Used to be doing this. Reality TV star. Built up a fucking following. Signed to fucking Atlantic Records. Biggest record fucking in female history. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's the same type of shit.
I don't know if it's the biggest. It's the biggest in a while.
It's the only single from a woman to run as long as it did at number one on the chart.
Yeah, I mean, do you think it's like better?
No. It's not like better, but I'm talking about big as far as like success wise. Yeah. When you talk about the Mendoza line of Billboard, it's big as a motherfucker. Will we remember it next year? No.
Because I'm on tip like Lauryn Hill won Grammys. That's why I'm like I don't see
Like,
Cardi winning.
arguably,
Grammys.
"Dangerously Loved" by Beyonce is the greatest song I fucking ever heard. I'm saying it's not
Really?
bigger than it's like an amazing fucking record.
I ain't going that far.
But what I'm saying is that record is 12 years old, 14 years old. I know and love that record.
I don't want to get into the debate with you, but Beyonce's best song is 1+1.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And she stole that record from some mind.
See, here you go. You sound like the people. I mean, I heard that story, but fuck that. 1+1 is the shit. I sung that shit at the concert. That's my motherfucking
It's a great record.
song. Hey, I love that
Before
shit.
we running out of time, before we get too far going, I got to make sure I shout out our guy, Deuce. He definitely paid for his 5 minutes. Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram at Affiliated Films. Letter A, Philly, ATED. I'm acting like Matt right now. Films. Affiliated Films.
I was about to talk shit. That's crazy.
Affiliated Films. He's available to shoot baby showers, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, walimas, weddings, dirty nigga music videos. He's not gonna shoot your Instagram video though, but he'll shoot your actual music video. Skills competitions for kids, all types of shit. So make sure y'all follow him, support that business. He's a very talented young black entrepreneur out of Philadelphia who changed his life around. He used to be a dirty nigga rapping on Instagram and rapping in people's basements, and now he's a accomplished videographer who's worked with Future and Rick Ross and Dope Show's concert touring company and Power 99 and a whole bunch of more people.
YouTube is lit. I'm really proud of
Proud
this,
of you,
man.
fucking
like,
bro.
That's my
You know what I'm saying?
nigga. Let me see. We got a couple questions we're gonna get to, but real quick, the 1 year anniversary for TRPE
coming
is
up.
coming up.
January. Boom, 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 boom,
Future
boom,
plans and where you see us going. Somebody the other day was like, it's crazy looking at it. Y'all have had a who's who of Philly on the show, and I'm gonna give them a shout out. Every guest we've ever had, Pastor Carl, Mitch, Ayo, Nerd,
Love.
even you love,
Even you love Spank,
Deuce, Spank,
Mir Fontaine,
Ryan, fucking Nick. I'm forgetting people. Clint, Kurt, fucking
Dope
Scooter, Dope Shows. You know, everybody who's come through. I'm probably Ra. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably forgetting a couple people. The people who were supposed to come through and didn't, fight me. You know what I'm saying?
Rumble me,
dickhead. Like, but we hopefully we got a couple guests we're looking to get. We're keeping it on the hush, trying not to draw on ourselves. What do you see though as far as the finish out of this year? This going into January.
I think what's important to finish out the rest of the year is getting the important people that we haven't gotten. We still want to get Wallow on the show. We still definitely want to get Milan Rouge. We want to get her on the show for sure. She's got a huge platform. Her clothing line is like blowing the fuck up. I looked on her Instagram the other day. I'm like, yo, she got like 400,000 followers, some crazy shit like that. And I'm like, that shit is getting big. So we definitely want to get her on the show. If anybody has any connects to some of like these Philadelphia-based athletes, we would definitely want to like talk to them. Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, anybody from the Sixers, Eagles, whatever like that. Anybody that has a cool story and something to talk about. Mm-hmm. And then going forward, we just want to continue to capitalize on the fan base that we have and build it up. And we want to transform the realest podcast ever to the realest platform ever and provide opportunities.
All right, cool.
Provide opportunities to other people who want to develop a show but have no idea where to start. We'll be the incubator for that, and we'll fucking produce your show, put you with the fucking studio, help you to schedule your guests, and like really like produce the fucking shit out of your show and share our guidance and our experiences and our year of work and our platform with people that are serious that really want to do this shit.
Because I like the idea of organic, homegrown anything.
Yes.
Like anything. It don't matter what you want to do. Anything that's... I work in a situation where I can't stand. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to diss nobody who's paying me, so but...
Appreciate the money, but fuck y'all.
Yeah, I go to work and I deal with people that talk down to. They don't do it to me because I've lost it a couple times in there. But I watch the way they interact with people and like we talked about earlier, black people speaking to black people in a manner that's disgusting. And I deal with it on such a retarded level that it just be like, man, I don't. And then, you know, the public can get to you, all that shit. I'm all for anybody getting out whatever it is they want to do.
Absolutely.
I'm all for that. There's no way on earth I could ever hate on that, ever have anything bad to say about that. Podcast, a fucking talk show, whatever you feel like. Deuce, I hate to keep going. It's like, there's no reason on earth for that to work, but it worked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything against you, and it's like,
all
yo,
the chips against you.
I'm going to be a
work.
photographer. Not, nigga, and ain't never go to a photography class, but he found a way to teaching himself that.
Yeah.
And he booming. And that's just kind of what you're supposed to do in life. You're supposed to evolve. You're supposed to want to find out new things, search for new things, explore new things, take shots. You can't make a shot you don't take. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I remember intramural basketball in 10th grade. I hit like a 70-footer. No bullshit. I just literally threw the ball in the air going to halftime. And I mean, I buried that motherfucker. And I hit my Deion Waiters joint. It was a good moment. But you got to take the shot. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. I got a couple questions.
I got one from the inbox that I want to address. Dear TRPE, me and my friend have been talking about starting a podcast. We're nervous that we won't have any listeners since neither one of us has a large following on social media. Do you guys have any tips for new people starting out? How to go about starting the podcast? How we would go about getting a larger following, or any advice at all? Thanks, Chris.
I'm going to say this. Pretty much every business you see on a day-to-day basis, it don't matter whether it's a radio show, a fucking food place. Most businesses started before Instagram. And you don't need an Instagram to get anything fucking lit. You don't.
Nope.
You don't. You need a good network. But once you got, you just work. You put the shit out. You go out and meet people. That's another thing too, man, we got to get back to. Going out and meeting people face to face. Remember when you literally would meet people and like, they didn't care about your social media. Right. They didn't give a fuck about what you was on Facebook or anything because it didn't matter. You meet a motherfucker now in 30 seconds. First thing, what's your IG? What's your Twitter?
Right.
You know, oh shit, you lit on this joint. Like we gotta.
You got all the followers.
We gotta get back to going out. Like, think about that. Remember they used to have like those the mixers, like for business, and like you gotta like do shit like that. Go
shit
out
is like non-existent.
Yo, I gave somebody a business card the other day for the realest podcast ever. They looked at me like,
"Fuck is this?"
Like, why? I mean, y'all got an IG? I'm like, yeah,
it's on the business card.
On the business card, motherfucker. Like we really have gotten away from the basics. You know what I mean? And people literally put so much into Instagram. Like, that's going to be my one way of marketing. That's going to be my one way of getting to the consumer.
It's going to be my way of yelling at Chad when I'm spitting my raps.
You upset about that. But no, it's like, that's the only way. Motherfuckers don't want to do radio promo. They don't want to do flyers. They don't want to go to business joints. They don't want to go meet people. It's just what it is.
Right.
Get away from the Instagram. You can do any fucking thing. You don't need Instagram to do it. You got anything you want to say to them?
I would just say utilize your personal network. You may not have a lot of followers, but put every fucking body to work. If you're really sincere about this media thing that you want to do, fucking make everybody an advocate of your motherfucking show. Your mom, your sister, your cousin, your friends, the few people that do follow you, the thirsty niggas in your DMs. Put everybody to motherfucking use. You want to help me out?
And,
you want to take me on a date,
take a
nigga?
second to thank
my
whole family, yo. My dad, my sisters. My sister be at work. My sister work at hospital. She be putting calling me. What's the joint for Android again? Like putting them on.
Yeah.
My girl, her mom, her sisters. That's just the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's the only way shit expands. It's homegrown, local, word of mouth. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Me and Matt don't know 20,000 people.
Hell no.
But 20,000 people listen to this show when we put it out, and sometimes like more than that.
People. Yeah, real shit.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know 20. I don't know 20,000 people.
Yeah, it just is what it is.
Just
man.
Plain and simple. We got like 5 minutes. Let's.
All right. Here goes a question. Why are barbershops in Philly so cliquish? It's like ever since I was young, I noticed that barbershops act really weird about new customers trying to get a cut. You got to know a guy who knows a guy who knows 3 niggas just to get a cut in the hood. And, well, it's because most of them were drug fronts when we were children. we were children. That was a front. They don't
Just selling loud and snorts out the back.
yeah. But it's funny because barbershops really are like when the new bull walk in, yo,
who
how
you
many
here for?
how many you got? Niggas be like, man, I'm done after him. But that's really how motherfuckers act. Now barbershops you gotta make an appointment and shit to show up. So
You gotta make an appointment to walk through the door. Like you gotta make an appointment to come talk about getting an appointment.
yeah.
Like, no, you gotta talk to my secretary, and then
she
gonna vet you out.
You see how big my beard is now. I haven't cut my beard in like 3 months. I called my barber the other day, like, yo, I need my beard shaved up. He like, all right, what you looking for, like at home or at the shop? And I'm like,
that's an option.
I don't know. I nigga, I'm not trying to go through the menu. I just want to get this shit shaped up eventually. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, the barber shit is crazy now in Philly. But yeah.
Yo, have you seen Philly barber prices recently?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're astronomical.
I've seen this one. I keep seeing this one guy. Not you. But you high as fuck too. But I've seen this one guy.
Too not high for an actual haircut.
Listen, I seen a John. It said
me. It made no sense because I'm a baldy.
I seen a John that said not two. That said $60 men's haircuts, $30 teens, $20 kids.
Damn. Jeez.
You over motherfucking 17, nigga. I need 60 ball. What am I getting with this?
Damn. True story. I used to go to Earl's when I got Pablo used to cut me, man. When I was young, cuts was $6. Then they went to 10. Then they went to 12. And I remember when they hit like 15 and then like 18, and that was like the cap out. Like, all right, Jesus Christ.
What you doing?
$20. Like, you give them the dove, you be standing there waiting for your Yankees.
like, listen, me and my barber been together. I'll be 35 next year. Me and my barber been together since I was 14. And it's like my old head, my OG.
You haven't been to him in a while.
I got a haircut the other day.
Really?
Well, I'm just growing my hair.
I was about to say, the fro is still...
Yeah, it's still intact. I cut it down some. I had the whole P&B Rock going. I had to like cut it. I had to cut the top down and let the sides catch up.
Niggas was hitting me like, yo, you're fools. I'm like, Chad walked to the studio looking like Dro
from Insecure. I was pissed. I went right to the barbershop that next week. Like, I'm getting fuck this. Fed up. So, incrementally over the years, he's gone up. Like, when I first started, it was 20. Then when he moved to the shop on Willing Ave, it was 25. And then when he moved to the suite up the street, he went to 30 or whatever. Cool. That's over a 20-year period. I done had a $10 increase. Motherfuckers is, I need a 60 ball just for you to sit down, my man.
Yeah, shit crazy, man.
And be packed all motherfucking day cutting hair.
The worst is when you make the appointment and then get there
and you
don't have the appointment. You be like, wait, what?
I'm just finishing him up real quick. 47 minutes later.
Yeah.
I got somewhere to be.
That's why I picked 3:30.
Oh, you meant 3:30.
You was on some 3:30 shit.
So you was on some like job interview 3:30 shit and not like
you just got off work. You about to chill for the rest of the day 3:30 shit. I see what you saying.
So you need me to reschedule you? Because I'm definitely not gonna be done. They be like, yo, my man, can you get out of the chair real quick? I gotta cut my man shit. He do kind of got an appointment.
You get there, the nigga already late because he's still cutting somebody else, and you like, no, just go ahead, finish him out real quick. He like, all right, and then turn around and start going through the Jay-Z albums on the iPod, like, see what we gonna listen to here. You like, nigga, get to cutting. You trying to put on volume 2? Get the cutting.
Yeah, we could do a whole show about barber etiquette.
Don't get me fuck started ever.
Nigga gotta finish his lunch, go fuck a bitch, take 4 phone calls that don't got nothing to do with your motherfucking cut.
Play this nigga one-on-one for $100 real quick, like crazy
nigga,
shit.
We gonna play pig, nigga. You bitching, man. Fuck, 3 shots, man.
All right, in this day and age, being single, what would a woman have to do? No, what would a woman have? Oh, what would a woman have to show you in order for you to take her serious?
She would have to show me that her life is not an open book for social media. She would have to show me that she's driven towards a personal goal or some level of achievement. She would have to show me that she's already accomplished something in her life to this point prior to meeting me that she can substantiate with either a career, some formal school, somewhere she lives. You know what I'm saying? Something that she's fucking already accomplished that don't have nothing to do with Chad. And then 4, she got to be all about me and not fucking out here being a little whore, hopping in and out of 2012 Jaguar XJs.
All right, show's over. Fucking XJs.
Everybody got them jokes.
Yeah, them shits is everywhere.
I'm
now.
sick of them.
Jaguar made a nice comeback, man. I really love the F-Pace, the truck. The F-Type looks real good.
Yeah.
The coupe.
The F-Type coupe is a movie.
The truck is awesome to me. I love that F-Pace. It's just small, but the truck is real nice. The you know what I'm in love with right now? Porsche. The new Panamera Turbo. Whitebo pulled up on me the other day. Cherry red joint with red brake calipers
Like,
with
yo,
black rims.
You trying to go through something?
I'm like, phew, that shit's a headache. I'm like,
that 2017 Panamera.
I'm still an all-time fan of the 911. That's just
The 911 is just.
me and Rod had a whole argument the other day because I'm telling him, I'm like, yo,
911,
you
it's not
Rod,
even-
little nigga. I'm like, yo, you gotta get a 911. He like, man, them Jones ugly. I'm like, you are an idiot. I'm like, 911s are one of the slickest, smoothest motherfucking foreign cars ever created. You know, Seinfeld got a whole warehouse of them Jones. Yeah. He got like 40 of them shits.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. You got 250 million in syndications. Yeah. Give me a warehouse of fortunes. You know, but awesome show, man. It's good to be back.
Yeah, no, man, I'm happy, man.
We need to be back every motherfucking Sunday. This motherfucker over here. Just, what's up? We record next Sunday? Look, he like shit.
Non-committal.
He like shit. The Eagles fucking play.
Just ignore him.
Yeah.
What time do they play next Sunday?
I don't even know.
Right.
But for all the people, we haven't been recording on Sunday. And my homie the other day was like, why ain't y'all dropping on Monday? I'm like, because we don't record on Sunday right now. And I'm like, you know, we got to get back to that. Like, recording Sunday evening is just fun. It doesn't really kill us as far as life. And, you know, we get the show out from Monday and everybody isn't happy for the week. You know what I'm saying? So,
we'll be back next week at some point. We don't know when yet.
Let me see when the Eagles play next week. Because tonight, they got a Monday night game. Tonight. Well, tomorrow. Tonight.
Oh, okay.
What's week? It's week 7. So then week 8.
They play at 6?
No, they play at 1.
Yes. We got commitment.
All right.
Next Sunday at 6.
We got 2 shows in a week.
We got 2 shows in a week, baby.
We are back.
Make sure y'all follow us on social media at The Realest Podcast Ever, at TRPE 2017 on Twitter. Make sure y'all go and buy some motherfucking merch. TheRealestMerchEver.com. The merch sales honestly have gone up. I cannot lie. They've gone up a lot in the last few weeks. I got to check and see if me and Matt have any money we can break down. But they've definitely gone up, so we appreciate that. Buy more merch. Poor Stories and War Stories is now the 2nd all-time viewed show on our network.
Oh, it is? Oh, that's what you were saying. Okay.
Yes, it's shot up.
I thought it was number 2 for like the recent shows. Okay.
No, period. All time.
That means it's super high because Dope Shows was really up there.
Exactly. So, Poor Stories and War Stories shirts coming this week. Yeah, we got to get some hoodies up, too. Hey, Paris, if you out there listening, which I know you are, we need hoodies on the fucking site. Everybody's asking me for hoodies and shit. Y'all wear
I'm
hoodies.
going to talk to Paris. I want to get like Letterman jackets. Not sell them, but just
for us.
I need a Letterman jacket that say TRPE on it.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That would be fly.
That's boss as fuck. All right, man. That's all I got. Follow me on Instagram at plus.ceo.
I see not only did you hit your 10K, you got to 15.
Yeah, this fucking fashion page posted me like 10 times or some shit like that. So I got all these people from like Europe and London and shit following me.
That's what's up.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I need to put my booking info on my bio. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, you need to.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't follow me because I don't like you. I'm probably,
I hate y'all.
Yeah, I hate y'all. I'm probably going to delete that shit anyway. The fucking, you know, it is what it is. My IG gone. Like I said, Twitter next. I'm going to get rid of Facebook eventually, too.
You'll be all the way unplugged from the Matrix.
Yeah, I mean.
We're going to get you a Black Planet account.
Because even Facebook, man, it's my family and my coworkers all being weird and shit. Like, it's just annoying.
Ladies, follow me on Bumble at Chad Fain. Also.
Oh, you lost your mind. What the fuck is Bumble?
It's like Tinder, but skeevier. Follow me on Bumble for hookups. We out of here.